It is the Hawks leading by 32 points.
Things been really good. Segler's parked under it. Soldo to the back. Cochin a little one forward. Scrimshaw down. Warple's hands were good. Stratton. Sicily. Wingard a little push from the back. Hooley had to be clean. Wingard to slap it on to Scully. Sliding in, unable to take it. Henderson off the ground to Hooley to Cochin. Prestia taken out of it, but his balance was good. The handball wasn't good. Sloppy start. Scrimshaw now able to measure a nice ball to Wingard. Outside 50. Low drilling ball inside 50 and
holding.
A free kick for a hold.
Holding Hawthorn.
He's going to...
So Patton shapes it, works it through. 38 points the margin. Works it forward again, sitting underneath it. Bolton, knocked forward by Lynch. Cochin going to skip a kick run. And they really hope for one. No, Sicily. Quarter time and half time. The good news for Tigers fans, Richmond have come back from 32 points under dinner at half time in this new format. And the Hawks have kicked the opening of the second half. Little cute ball wide. Caddy had to wait. Really strong mark. Kick looks like it's going to float and then just sit in the goal square. Good. Ended up with Castagna. Little one over the top. Edwards pulls the kick. Saw what he liked. Couple of Tigers.
High Hawthorn! Hold there.
Warple wants to take off. Ball will come back. Henderson dazed, looking groggy. Soldo was the man that clipped him.
It's time on, just in case you haven't got that, timekeepers.
Just while Ricky Henderson there saw from that one, and
that closing of space has just meant that they're under so much pressure, perceived pressure around the ball because of it. And
Scully tumbles it inside 50. Segler a little controlling hand. Boston missed with the handball. Stack gets wrapped up. Great tackle, Wingard. Oliver Hanrahan says I didn't say anything.
To tackle aggressively.
Wingard to get it to over 40 points. That's game high. Dangerous kick. Burgoyne's got to make it work. He always does. Hardwick. And because of the dangerous kick, they might get a really good look forward here, the Hawks. O'Meara inside 50, and Gunston will end up with it.
Shot for goal he is.
For a 49-point lead, and he's got it. 3 in a row to start the second half for the Hawks. There's a nice ball inboard to Lambert. What's this next kick look like? They get it into the hands of Short. High one for Lynch. And that's a good mark, and he finishes it off. Much needed goal, Tigers.
And it's been one of the few occasions where Lynch has had a one-on-one, and we all know how good a player he is. He's able to complete the mark. Gets a good match up here against Segler.
Job, you're applauding the O'Meara kick. Loved it?
I did. Sean Burgoyne's free down the deep here, and
he doesn't quite find him on the full, and Dylan Grive at the top. Bolton through the circles. Draws Hanrahan, and then the little one to the leading Reebok. Reebok was kicking more than 30% of the Tigers' goals. He's got plenty of helpers these days.
Where they've done well, the Hawks. They've managed to control the ball around this part of the ground. They get it into Burgoyne's hands, and what about the delivery? Where do you want it, Jack? Right on the Hawthorn badge. Third. And to get the margin back to 49 points, it was always right.
Around the ball, they haven't been able to come back at Hawthorn and change the flow of the game. It's been the same Hawthorn pressure the whole time, and they've been the one that's dictated the real physical element of the game, and that's broken down every other part of their game. It's meant that they've
the other way around, a 44-point margin. Jack tries to whittle that down, won't score, but still in a dangerous spot. Bolton flew from behind. Sicily knocks it. Gains about 25 metres. Only finds Stack on the left. Short ball, lots of Hawks.
Out of side. Ross thought he was infringed. He gets it anyway. Thumps the handball to Higgins. And that's a nice ball to Castagna.
Cover.
Jason Castagna to give Richmond the start they need. He struck that nicely. Very nicely. To Shea Bolton. On the wing, but he can't advance the footy. He goes to Graham. He's just got to pound a long high one for Lynch, who's got it out the back.
And that run and carry, that overlap, ball's in motion, and all of a sudden it's a deep entry and Lynch has got a one-on-one. And they've been few and far between for the Richmond forwards tonight because the ball movement up the ground has been so slow. But all of a sudden, it's moving around.
This gives him a look. He makes the goal umpire work. In fact, he's missed it. That's astounding from the top of the goal square. I hope that Gunston can do something up against a couple. Caddy picks it up. Thumps a handball inside 50. Rioli's been very quiet. Goes to the top of the square. There's Castagna. Not this time. 3 in a row, Tigers.
It's a nice kick here by Rioli and a good mark. And Richmond have had 89% of the time in forward half in this last quarter. And we're starting to hear some names that we just haven't been calling for the whole night because...
And they've got a couple in this term. The last 3 of the match.
Thanks, boys. Roll off.
Down
Thank
to
you. Thanks, boys.
31 points the margin. Game high 49.
30 out.
Everything needs to go right, as JB said. A little slip from Cochin. Out the back, Revolt. Caddy, take your pick, Revolt.
We're just here, we have a look here. The Hooley kick, he changes the angle from the back line, which we haven't seen. The next Richmond then takes it out with the width. Actually, Rewald is the one that brings it back in, and he's getting the shot on goal.
Takes his time. He didn't like it off the boot.
But the ball was moving.
Out of it. Lambert with a high one. Rioli's been very quiet. Taps it to himself. Back to Lambert, who drills a low ball, and there's Castagna again.
Yes, back 2 metres, Liam.
For his 3rd in this term. He's dragged it to the left. They've had all sorts of set shot issues tonight.
Before driving the ball to the top of the square. Out the back, a chance. Bruce went to ground. Gunston. High footy OQ just works himself through Tigers fans. Wingard tries to get out of trouble, ran into trouble, dropped the footy. Oh.
Don't kick it. Hawthorn.
Get a bit lucky here.
I thought he almost was resigned to the fact that he got holding the ball and he
Clever player, thinks it through. Umpire doesn't move. He's got 3. Hawks are home.
Slips it through. The handball not quite there. Stratton hacks it. Dylan Shield goes and wins it at ground level. And he is gone holding the ball.
Richmond.
Looking to kick a goal for the Tigers, and they've had all sorts of problems in that part of the game.
poor accuracy, and it cost you any chance of coming back into the game.
Right on the goal line, plenty fly.
The blender, you knew this performance was coming. Nicely done by Caddy.
No certainties in football other than the Clarko side responding after a bad outing.
The most influential person in AFL football in the modern decade.
Josh Caddy. And he thumps it into the woodwork.
The oldest teams the game has seen looks youthful. And they thump the reigning premiers. The Hawks against the odds.